going to be checked, but this was called out. And it was. Oh, what a miss. So after all that, it is a break for Elise Mertens, the first to break through in this match. She is now ahead by 4-3.
Spielt Mertens. Neue Bälle bitte, new balls please. Mertens führt 4-3, leads by 4-3. Court violation, unsportsmanlike conduct, warning, Aryna Sabalenka.
Well, it has all been going on at the change of ends. Firstly, Elise Mertens having some attention to her right foot ankle. As you can see, the trainer has been called, and that's what's going on. She's now having a medical timeout. But Aryna Sabalenka, meanwhile, clearly not convinced by the call, the judgment from the umpire. That last ball, which she was deemed to have hit out, and it cost her the game on her serve. But she then went up, eventually asking the umpire to come and show her and explain. The umpire would not come out of her chair again. So Sabalenka got a phone from her team and went and took a picture of that mark, and then walked back to the chair. They had a few words, and she was then given a warning for unsportsmanlike conduct. Pippa, what next?
Well, it's all going on, isn't it? I mean, Sabalenka was clearly unsure when she struck that last dry volley.
Let first serve.
Interestingly enough, we're about a week into this tournament, and this is Sabalenka's first match on court over there in Stuttgart. So typical Aryna behavior, if you will. She's always doing something interesting on the court, and we certainly saw that here with Elise Mertens. I think these players have played several times against each other. It looks like Sabalenka, as I stand here, the match is still going on. It looks like Sabalenka just took the first set 6-4 earlier today. Ostapenko, wow, 6-0 against Swiatek. She is a bagel against Iga. As far as the head-to-head goes, Iga has never won against Helena Ostapenko. That went in 3 sets, and then looks like Pegula lost today as well. And I think Coco Gauff plays after Sabalenka on that center court over there in Germany. So we'll see how this goes. Sabalenka, pretty consistent, pretty much all year, always in the semis or always in the final, pretty much, except for the exception of a tournament or two. We're still early in the tennis season, obviously, so we'll see how all this plays out. But a lot of players struggling, but it's interesting to see the consistent ones. And I think Aryna Sabalenka and Jessica Pegula, with the exception of this week, I guess, are playing really, really well. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, tell me in the comments if you disagree, but I think Sabalenka is the true #1 right now. There's no one quite at her level right now. Even Mira Andreeva, who won a couple of tournaments a month or two ago, she lost after her match with her sister. So she's out of this one as well, 17-year-old Mira. So we'll see who takes this one. And then I need to look at the schedule to see when Alexandra from the Philippines plays in another WTA 500 or WTA 1000 event. We're all kind of waiting for that. She played in a WTA 100, or excuse me, a WTA 125 a couple days ago, and she lost in the round of 16 to kind of someone who no one's ever heard of. So I think it's a learning process for her, but this is kind of the new world of tennis. I mean, we really are not seeing any more, as far as I'm concerned, domination from players. There's not a Martina Navratilova. There's not a Chris Everett. There's not a Steffi Graf. There's not a Serena Williams right now. Maybe that's the sign of the times. I mean, the tour, as everyone always says, who's played on the tour recently, it's brutal. It's really brutal. These players don't get any off season basically, and travel from continent to continent. I mean, these players were just over here in the U.S. Now they're back over there overseas. This time in Germany. So Europe getting all the fun right now. But I think these matches are pretty playing at a pretty good time, even here in the U.S. Able to watch. Well, not the best time, but Iga Swiatek took the court about 7 a.m. Central here in the U.S. Over here in Dallas. We're always filming in Dallas. Filming in Dallas right now as this Aryna Sabalenka match is still going on. I've stepped away to talk to you, and thank you so much for being here. I know you have a lot of options on where you can watch your tennis analysis. If you're watching right here on Best Muscle Video on YouTube, thank you so much. There's a thanks button on the bottom right of the video player. It just says the word thanks right there on your phone or your computer. Just hit that word thanks. You can send me money that way, any amount, small, medium, large. Thank you so much for your support. And we'll see if Sabalenka should be able to take this one. I think she'll take it in a straight test, but we'll see what happens. You never know. That's why they play the match. And we'll see if any more interesting things happen between Sabalenka and the umpire. You could see the umpire's look as Sabalenka went to take a picture of the mark on the clay with her, I think it was her coach's phone, or maybe it was her phone. Yeah, the umpire didn't like that. Gave her a look, and that was probably the first time the umpire has ever seen something like that. So we're gonna get a lot of firsts when it comes to Aryna Sabalenka. So I'm not gonna be over exaggerative and say unprecedented, because that seems a little silly to say, even though it is kind of unprecedented. But never seen that before, and that's where technology is continuing to, um, creep onto these courts. Although I will say, correct me if I'm wrong, there's no electronic line calling in this one, so I guess they don't have that set up for this tournament. So that's why they have to, uh, or maybe there is electronic line. No, there isn't. There's lines of people on the court, right? Let me go look. See if there's lines of people on the court. Will Sabalenka, will Goff? That'd be fun. That'd be a fun final, wouldn't it? Sabalenka and Goff. I think that's possible. I don't think they're going to meet earlier. So yeah, we're in the quarterfinals right now. I'm not sure who Ostapenko is playing in the semis. So let me know in the comments on that. And let me know in the comments where Iga Swiatek's playing next. I'll be honest with you, I was disappointed in myself. I kind of nonchalantly watched the Iga Swiatek match. In other words, I wasn't paying a lot of attention to it because I was so tired. I worked all day on Good Friday. Happy Good Friday as well. I worked literally from like 6 a.m. to midnight. And respectfully saying, why am I saying respectfully saying, I didn't make the greatest money yesterday. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. So, and there's a lot of factors on why that happened. So, if you can, please help me on the thanks button because I need your support. But yeah, super tired. I finally woken up, and all of a sudden I was like, Sabalenka, taking a picture of the mark. Umpire didn't like that. Let's talk about that. Thank you so much for being here. There's also a subscribe button below the video player. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. So many of you come back here on Best Muscle Video on YouTube, so thank you so much for your support. And takes quite a bit of time to put these videos together and offer some tennis analysis. So thank you so much. And yeah, always filming here in North Dallas, here in Texas, southern part of the United States. We had so many storms this morning. Always getting thunderstorms during this time of the year. I had to drive in it. Wasn't the greatest fun, but thank goodness it wasn't severe weather, but it certainly was inclement weather that you need to be careful on. So I'm going to upload this video. It's going to take forever, but should be able to get it up very, very soon. Sabalenka is still playing. Let me go check on. Let's see how they're doing. Hopefully she'll win this one. If not, all kudos to Mertens if she ends up taking this one to 3 sets and somehow coming out of this one. Elise Mertens, we see her often at these events, and love her as well. I think she's a class act. So Sabalenka Mertens, it was entertaining. It is entertaining. I'm going to go check on it. And thank you so much for watching. And keep it here on Best Muscle Video on YouTube. You got the thanks button. You got the subscribe button. You got the comments below. Hit me up with a comment, and I will see you there. Talk to you soon. Bye.